think Zach Plansky fell off his chair when he heard Susan Hall quoting "Going green."
Well, I hope he's impressed, but can you just answer?
Can we just get this? Can we get this straight?
No.
London is leading the way when it comes to electric vehicles. New figures shows that we now have over 20,000 public electric vehicle charging points across London, accounting for around 1/3 of all charging points in the UK. Over 1,200 of these are rapid chargers, and over 58% of taxis in London allow electric. From its introduction more than 20 years ago, the objective of the congestion charge has always been to reduce congestion in London. We know that a less congested city leads to better journey times and improved air quality. The congestion charge reduced traffic entering the zone by 18% during weekday charging hours and boosted bus travel in central London by 33%. Congestion charge discounts for cleaner vehicles have always been subject to tightening standards. In 2010, Boris Johnson ended the alternative fuel discount because developments in the low-emission vehicle market meant it was no longer effective, introducing a greener vehicle discount, which itself was later reviewed and amended. When the current cleaner vehicle discount was announced in 2018, it was made clear that it would expire in December 2025, given a 7.5-year notice period, by which point it was expected that electric vehicles would have grown in number to such an extent that continuing to exempt them would undermine the objectives of the congestion charge. The proposal was subject to public consultation, with further phases, including the expiry of the discount, clearly signposted to support individuals and businesses to plan ahead. My understanding is that no one from the Conservative group objected to the tapering of the cleaner vehicle discount. The cleaner vehicle discount was a phased scheme to manage traffic and congestion in London and to regulate the number of vehicles eligible for the discount so as to protect the overall objective of the congestion charge scheme to reduce congestion. When it was introduced, there were just over 20,000 vehicles registered at the cleaner vehicle discount. At the end of June 2024, that figure was more than 112,000 vehicles. With another 18 months until the discount expires, this number will continue to grow. Exemptions for emergency service vehicles, disabled people and black cabs that are licensed with London Taxi and private hire will remain in place. There are still 18 months until the cleaner vehicle discount ends, so it's difficult to forecast precisely how this will impact the revenue TfL will receive from the congestion charge. Any and all net income is reinvested into maintaining and improving the transport network.
Well, thank you for that exceptionally long answer to a very short and simple question. And the question for anybody that doesn't know is how much additional money does TfL expect to raise in 2026 due to you scrapping this? So what's the ballpark figure that TfL are looking at?
We simply don't know. There's still 18 months to go, so we're not clear the trajectory of cleaner vehicles in relation to those that will be caught by this, so we can't make an assessment. What I can say is it's not in the business plan. Had there been an assessment, it would have been in the business plan. So, for example, the member will be aware that when it comes to ULEZ, that's in the business plan, but this isn't.
Well, I'm astounded by that, but we'll wait and see how much money that you intend to make off that, because obviously your war on the motorists, they will continue to pay. Oliver Lord from the campaign group Clean Cities called the scrapping of the exemption puzzling and added, and I'm quoting, by offering incentives to businesses for electric vehicles, we not only promote greener transport, but we also draw a line against the most polluting freight vehicles. Is he wrong?
Well, actually, somebody who's worked extensively with Ollie Lord and whose views have been opposed by the Conservative group for decades. The point I'd make to Ollie Lord is the purpose of the congestion charge is to reduce congestion. If you think of the logic of giving exemptions to electric vehicles, it would mean at some stage in the future every single vehicle, if it was to be electric, would not pay a charge, which doesn't reduce congestion. The idea is to reduce congestion and to encourage people to use other forms of transport, but the reason why this scheme was introduced was to nudge people's behaviour with an incentive, if they have to drive a car, for it to be electric.
Well, I always thought that cleaner air was your main mantra, but let's try Alex Pearce. He's from the electric car support company Going Green, and he said, and I'll quote him, environmentally and economically, this makes no sense. So is he wrong?
I think Zach Plansky fell off his chair when he heard Susan Hall quoting "Going Green."
I hope he's impressed. But can you just answer?
Can we just get this? Can we get this straight?
No. Can you just answer? You're on my time.
The Conservative member has
Sadiq Khan.
quoted Ollie Lord and "Going Green" in the space of 3 minutes.
Please answer the question,
I've been quite
Mr.
clear.
Mayor.
The purpose of the congestion charge is to reduce congestion. Even Boris Johnson didn't think that it was right to give an indefinite exemption to vehicles. And what I'm doing is making it quite clear. We've telegraphed almost 8 years in advance of the exemption coming to an end. There will be further exemptions for the groups that I've set out in my answer, those who are disabled, those that are black taxis, those that are emergency service vehicles, and so forth. But this tapering, that's what tapering does, that will come to an end at the end of 2025.
I think it just shows that it's not about clean air, it's about making money, and I'm surprised that you don't know how much money. And actually, if you wanted to stop congestion, you'd look at some of the schemes that have been put into London that do nothing but cause congestion, like the massive great big bike line on Park Lane, and there are very many other areas that you could move or change in order to stop congestion. But of course, as usual, it's a way of you taxing drivers in London. Thank you, Chairman.
Chair, was that a question for you to respond to?
I think
No, it's a statement.
I think I think it was a finishing flourish, actually.